I'm the founder of this great ministry that began under William Ellis, the prelate of the Mercy Seat OutReach Ministry in Jamaica. Abraham, the spiritual pilgrim, I introduced him to the study of the life of Abraham. His calling important because he was chosen of God to become the father of a new spiritual race. Religious seeds were planted in the garden of his heart, from which were to spring wonderful results in the church of the future. He was the leaders of a great spiritual, his divine call, while living with his father, Aaron. He received a message from the Lord calling upon him to separate himself from the old ancestors and go forth into a new country. He was promised the divine favor, a great posterity, and that he should become a blessing to all the family of the earth. He obeyed the call and thus become a leader of that innumerable company of pilgrims who have sought a city whose builders and maker is God. In Genesis 12 and verse 1 to 4, Hebrew 11, 8 to 10. Most of the important events in this career are connected with his journey. A map has been prepared showing the main point in his itinerary by comparing the numerous given in the outline below. Now, you find that it was those that the map of or the outline below is showing that he will be able to trace the course of his journey. Or to Aaron in Genesis 11:31, the death of Abraham's father in 11:32. It was important thing to leave Aaron to Shechem. The divine appearance altar he built in chapter 12 and 7. 3 to 4 in Shechem to Bethel. An altar built in prior offer. Bethel to Egypt. He denied that Sarah is his wife in verse 11:13. This happened about 4 times in the Bible. And really there are some Bibles, readers are not scholars of the Bible, so we understand to show that this ministry will be able to take somebody to the level where God wants them to be. In our days, people don't want to study the Word of God, but it's important that you come on board with me. Return to Bethel, offer prayer. Bethel to Aaron, the altar were built. In Hebron to Damascus, pursue robbers, rescue. Lot and recovers the good. In chapter 14, verse 1. We want to say this great man was able to be obedient to God. Return to Hebron. Give tithes to Melchizedek in chapter 14 and 16 to 20. Promise of his son renewal in 15:3 to 5. Ishmael born. And all Bible scholars know that it's 40 years between the birth of Ishmael to the promised son Isaac. Name change in chapter 17:5. The intercession of Sodom was 18:23 to 32. You need to come on board with this study with me. Hebron to Ger, chapter 21. We want to do all these covenants of this great man, this great pilgrim that God has called. Covenant fulfilled by Isaac was born in chapter 21, 1 to 3. And we go far to Ger to Beersheba, the covenant of Abimelech, chapter 21, 27 to 34. Beersheba to Mount Moriah, an altar built. Isaac prepared to be offered as a sacrifice. In chapter 22, 1 to 14. I look at the Beersheba, 22 and verse 19. Beersheba to Abraham death and burial. I will continue this great study about Jacob the supplanter, what is trickster, will transform into Prince of God. You are able to be on board with me in these great studies, and we are doing this character study because we find that great things can be God's priority when you're trusted. These are the beginning of this great ministry within me, and I trust that you come on board with me. God bless you. Take care. I talk with you again.